Praise be Jesus Christ. My dad died a little over a year ago. He died of bone cancer. And for me, the experience of being with my dad in the last couple of months and weeks and as he was dying was my most close-up experience with the reality of death. And it was a real time of clarity for me. Like people speak about, you see clearly when you lose someone you love, you see clearly what really is important in life and what isn't that important. Now, after my dad died, I told myself I wanted to take some time to just ponder the mystery of death, because there was a clarity that I wanted to work with. And so I got a couple books, and one of them was a book recommended by my friend Patrick Coffin called Love is Stronger Than Death. And I just want to quote to you two quotes from this book. There's tons of good stuff in here, but he says, "The question of the meaning of death is also the question of the meaning of life. The greatest of all questions. Death puts life into question." And he breaks open this mystery. And then later in the book, he writes, "Death teaches both resolution and detachment. Teaches us to care and not to care resolutely for all that is important, and detachedly not to care for all that is unimportant." And this is one of the key things that Peter Crift drives home, among others. The book is awesome. But anyways, the reality that there are things that we need to learn to care less about. And there are things we need to learn to care more about. And this is, I guess, the wisdom the Lord wants to teach us. In the Psalms, the psalmist says, "Make us know the shortness of life, that we may gain wisdom of heart." People who have an eternal perspective, who faced the reality that we're only here for a short time on planet Earth, these people have a certain wisdom, a wisdom of heart. And this is what we should pray for, because we're made by love, out of love, for love. That's what's most important. And people are forever. How we treat people is infinitely more important than how we worry about our, things. And again, when we face the reality of losing a loved one, the experience of losing a loved one, it helps us to see this clearly. And the challenge is to never lose sight of this truth. Our Lord Jesus says in Matthew chapter 16, "For what does it profit a man if he gain the whole world and suffer the loss of his own soul?" Viva Christore!